Hello everyone and welcome to Tasso Show. And today we're going to play a game named Hana. And it's the extended edition available on the PlayStation Now. Apparently done by Dream Painters. I don't know much about that game, but I think it's a horror game. So we'll see how scary it can be. Alright, Hana, I guess I have to press something. Yep, okay, it's loading now. If you don't know what to do, try wearing the masks, okay? So I guess there's some kind of masks that we can use. Anna Extended Edition, press start. So there's a house. I think it's mostly a PS3 game. Interesting intro with the music that is pretty quiet and obviously the sound of the water and the birds make it very quiet. It's a very weird intro for a horror game. Okay. I kind of like it. But I don't think the game will be quite like that. Alright, the sound is a bit strong, so I'm gonna see. Even for the help and options, we have to go to the system storage. Okay. Help system, I don't know what it means. Anyway, we're not gonna put that on. Subtitles seems to be on. Yes. Oh, it's interesting because it didn't save up until I decided to save it, so you can see that the sound suddenly changed. Maybe not strong enough now, so well. Oh wow! I love this intro music. It's very cute. I can stay on that screen for a while. But actually, let's get started. I'm gonna try to do 15 to 30 minutes of gameplay, maybe a little bit more, we'll see. If you're stuck, read the books and the diaries. Yeah, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's not a horror game. I thought that it was for the ways that we talked about it. Don't let the fear of the dark keep you from discovering the truth. Maybe it's just psychological. I still recall the ecstasy of the sun piercing through the trees. While our hours passed along with the chanting of the wind blowing across the mountains. I hope that I had forgotten you forever and ever. Anna, my love. Oh, those dark eyes were scary. This is the house that keeps appearing in my nightmares. No doubt about it. I could count every single crevice. How did I end up here anyway? I feel as if I walked here in a trance, but now I'm past the gates. I must figure out why I keep dreaming about her. I'm in dire need of answers. That kind of reminds me, Dear Esther, of the way that Dear Esther kind of like was. I got some slow time. Okay, there's a brook. The water is pristine and inviting. Gazing at its crystal clear surface almost makes you thirsty. Okay, I can repeat the thing if I want to, I assume. Okay, let's try it. Okay, you say the same thing. But he or she, we don't know who is the character. Just a character, that's all. Okay, with some rocks here, pile of rocks, let's look at that. Assorted rocks are scattered across the ground. Flat pebble, and apparently I can take them. Pile of rocks. There are some flowers around this pile of rocks. Oh. Someone must have stacked them like that on purpose. And maple leaves. We can pick maple leaf. I'll take one. Okay, we took a maple leaf. Oh, you can move this. And then I can pick up a dirty object. Yeah, you can move. It's kind of weird the way that you have to move because you have to stay press on X, on cross. Here's the sun that looks like just a white circle in this case. Well, it's a PlayStation 3 game, so quality-wise, you know, it's always interesting to think about quality in those kind of games. It's average. Let's say that it is pretty much average, if not less than average for a PlayStation 3 game. I've already got one, okay. Trying to see if there's anything else I need to pick up before I go in the house. Oh, there's another set of pebbles here. Well, pebble, pile of rocks, okay. On this one apparently it doesn't say anything about those. The same than the other one. Let's see. Barred window. The window is multi-family shut. There's no way to pass through here. What is that thing up there? Eye-shaped notch. A magnificent carving. Despite its simplicity, the etching was masterfully crafted. There's something inside. And I guess there's nothing else that I can do. Main door. It won't budge. Let's see if I press start. Okay, it's just a menu. But there's nothing really. If I press select, it doesn't do anything. If I press L1, R1. Oh. I can crouch with R1. L2. Okay, there's some kind of intuition system here. R2. Okay, R2 bring me to objects. Huh. Myself. Let's examine that with square. I don't feel well here. Oh. I don't feel well here. There's something wrong. So apparently on a cigarette lighter, it's almost empty. I hate the fact that it removes me every single time of the menu here, and every time I have to go back. This could prove useful, especially with such a sharp blade. Empty canteen notebook, let's see. What the? How did I end up here? This is the sawmill I keep seeing in my dreams, but I don't understand. Am I awake or still asleep? In my dreams, I'm always outside the fence, but not this time. I want to find out what's hidden here. I somehow feel that in that house I will find the answers to all my questions, and maybe her too. I can't sleep. I've got a splitting headache. I'm writing just so I can survive through the discomfort. It's funny that there's that little design up there. I think it's really cute, the drawing up there. Anesthetics have been useless so far. The few moments of relief are always followed by sharp stabs of agony. While in bed, I roll my head, trying to find a position that might stop or mitigate the pain, yet it's all been hopeless. When I close my eyes, It sounds like I hear the noise of foliage caressed by the wind, as if they were composing a symphony using my sore bones. It looks like I can see images from that scene, the sky and the mountains. Oddly enough, my vision is blurred, but despite the fact that I don't recognize the place, I have a feeling I've already been there. This migraine must be playing tricks on me. I despise the mountains and I would never wish to go there. The few times I've gone up to the mountains, I didn't stay more than a single day, never ventured into the woods nor gone on hiking trails. I must rest my head upon a pillow. I'm feeling faint from the pain. Oh, that's long. That's really long. I'm not gonna read all of that, sorry. Well, that's interesting to see that. It's that. Okay, there's a door, let's look at it. It's closed, of course it is. Maybe it's possible to open it from the inside, okay. This document here, all the documents I have. If I go to next page by... Okay. So I can see all the stuff that I have. I don't need to stay pressed on R2 to keep that. Okay. No signal. Perhaps for the best, since I'm in no mood to speak with anyone. Okay, the door here. It's closed. Okay, there's two doors that are closed so far. I cannot go further here. Must be something that I can do with that. Okay, I took the pebble. Oh. I need to press R2 to be back instead of circle. Interesting. Alright, perfect. Gear piece. I can't reach it. Okay. What can I do? It's coated with dirt. Okay, I can't figure out what it could be. Oh. Well, we know what to do with that. I've cleaned it with water. It's some piece of gear. How could it have wound up under those rocks? It seems that that game is more like a puzzle game with psychological horror things in, but you need to read all the stuff, which we're not gonna do for that short video. But it's interesting, or at least it would be interesting. It's a pair of gear, okay. Oh, what did he say? I say E, but you don't know yet. It's a pair of gear. It seems to have been intentionally broken. Oh. I wonder if I can use the wooden branch to actually pick that up. Nope. There's something else I didn't pick that would allow me actually to... There's something else I didn't pick that can be to my advantage. Oh, there's a little door here. I cannot open it. Okay, let's use my little knife to open it. No? Hmm. What can I use instead? I don't want to use a cigarette lighter. An ordinary flask is empty. It'll be kind of silly to use a wooden branch to open that thing, isn't it? Oh, little string. That's why. It's tying up the door. It shouldn't be that hard to cut it. That's so silly. They should have just allow you to have directly this instead of doing little door. Anyway. Done. I cut the rope. I'll bring it with me. Okay. No way I can make it with my bare hand. Okay, it's a crack wall. Maybe I can use a knife again? Nope. Huh. You can combine stuff. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay. I'm not used to. Huh. And then there's a dark corner. Oh, there's a dry branch. A dry wooden branch. It looks pretty sturdy. There's a dark corner. I can't see anything. I need to find a light. Okay. I assume what we can do is to take that cigarette lighter and then use a dry branch. What now? Oh, there's a mechanism. This is a rather strange mechanism. It seems to be missing some parts. Okay, well, we know some of them, I guess. So this one is probably one part of a gear. The one that is above is probably another part of a gear. The music is scary because it stops and then it starts again suddenly. How can I get this? What is the best way for me to grab that? Oh, now that we have a string. Oh, nope. I cannot combine it. Maybe I can just use the string by itself to get the gear piece. I have nothing else to use for this. Okay, I'm gonna unselect that. Do I need to take another pebble somewhere? I know that there was a second one. Ah, I don't need it anymore. Nope. Well, this was big wood chunk, but he doesn't want to do anything with it, so... Well, it's definitely not Eastshade. There's a game that is named Eastshade. It's so beautiful. It's not perfect, by the way, but it's beautiful. I need to try Dear Esther one of these days. I just started it one time and then I never did anything with it. Which is too sad because I think there could be an interesting game to play. Oh, okay, I'm kind of lost right now. Because I'm sure I need to get this, but I don't know how to get it. Oh, there's a little boulder here. I didn't catch that. What does it do? It looks broken. Maybe I can fix it somehow. Fix with what? I don't even know what to use. Hmm. Okay, it's dry but with a pleasing color. How should I fix that thing? What should I use in order to fix it? That's the thing that I'm not sure about. Should I just use my knife? Alright, I guess this game is a lot of exploration and just looking around and making sure that you find the right things and use the right item. Unfortunately, we're already kind of like at time. It's already been 21 minutes to play the game, so I'm probably gonna stop very soon. We don't go super far, and we didn't read the full thing either. Maybe it would have been good to read the whole story. I'm sorry, Hannah, we're not gonna know much more about you, I guess. Because I don't see how to fix this, because this I cannot pick it up. Or can I? Ah, that'll be super annoying. Ah, that's so weird to use. Oh. Oh, you can press left or right to actually do an action. Interesting. That thing is annoying because actually I cannot do anything except moving it little by little. And I cannot move my character when I have that with me. So that's why I don't think that's what we should do, but who knows. I don't see anything else that could be useful for me. But it would have been better to just allow me to get it and then that's it. Instead of having me to pick it up like that and then move it, if it was the case, if it's the case, if it's really what I think it can help me on. Yeah, I'm already lost, everyone. Okay, let's continue to read quickly the notebook and see. Today's lesson shocked them when I told them how it was common for a knight in the Middle Ages to rape poor country women they would happen to meet walking alone on the street. Some of them stared at me. The girls in particular seemed aghast and disturbed, as if I were telling them a fictitious story. Nevertheless, there is many an old song, usually not to be found in anthology scroll books, extolling this practice and even glorifying rape as a privilege of knighthood towards women of subordinate classes. In summation, knights would romantically kneel before damsels and unleash themselves upon young shepherdesses. That was till when I told them that in some alpine communities rape was even a means to marriage. Beyond any formality, the raped woman was bound to become the bride of her abuser. Life wasn't easy back then, and there wasn't much time for courtship. Such behavior may seem revolting nowadays, viewing it from a modern perspective. Yet, what's even more terrifying is how human beings have forgotten the memory of those perpetrated horrors and how they tend to willingly ignore them when put before their very eyes. That's unfortunately the truth. Like what he said is what they say is actually true. And that's kind of sad. And that's why when people say, oh, it was better in the past, that's not true. It's never, ever, ever true. The past was always worse than what you think it is. Don't get that fiction of things like, oh, the 70s was so great, oh, the 80s was so great, oh, the Middle Ages was so great. It wasn't. There were always some problems, and there were always things that were terrible. I think that we're pretty lucky to be in the 2000s. Well, obviously, we're in 2022 right now, from the times I'm doing that video. But our current time has definitely better stuff, even though there's still problems everywhere, right? But I'm not going to dig deep into those problems. We're just going to continue to read this thing because it's already been 27 minutes. Struggling with feelings of disgust caused by the topic of said lesson, I taught yesterday, some students have even begun giving me the title of Professor Pervert. If that bloody headache hadn't returned, I'd have even laughed at such a stupid and unimaginative nickname. Today, something peculiar happened. While I was searching for some stuff, just some souvenirs, I guess, amid a mess of old cardboard boxes in the cellar, I noticed an unfamiliar box half buried among the others. I offered gone down to the basement, but I had never noticed this one before. I didn't even recognize it, therefore I immediately decided to find out what was inside. Reaching it wasn't an easy task. I had to move a couple of big boxes full of ethnic junk to clear my way through. Why do I keep all this garbage? But eventually I managed to take it out of that heap. I found some photos inside. They had been placed in a makeshift envelope made out of sheets of manila papers tied with twine. A note rested on the package, which had turned completely yellow, and on the note was written, Dias Valley. Those photos can't be mine. I've never been to that place. In truth, I've never been to the Aosta Valley region at all. I don't know why, but discovering those photos filled me with unease. I brought them home, but I haven't found the courage to look at them yet. I woke up several times tonight. Each time I walked past the envelope containing the photos, convinced that I would open it. I always refrained from doing so. The headaches have returned stronger than ever, with those visions of trees. In the moments of most intense pain, I believe I even heard a voice, or was it perhaps whistling? I can't sleep anymore. Why haven't I found the courage to look at those photos? Today I gave a terrible lecture, for I was in a gloomy mood, and my students took notice of it. I often jabbered gibberish rather than teaching. I became aware of it, but I wasn't able to get a firm grip on myself. My thoughts were jumbled in my mouth. I don't know why, but I can't stop thinking about those photographs during every single instant of the day. They say that I suddenly began to fix my gaze upon one of the co-ed ladies. Marco, my assistant, told me that I stood frozen like that for an entire minute in complete silence. He said I had an absent stare. What does that mean? Luckily, I put myself together and continued talking as if nothing had happened. I can't remember anything. It was like a kind of blackout in my coherent stream of consciousness. The Mother Goddess. I gave a lecture on this particular topic today. When I introduced the concept of a vesica piscis, they all burst into laughter. One immediately pointed out that it looked like a vagina. I complimented his observation, explaining that he wasn't wrong, and in fact, it symbolized maternity in general, and that each one of us originates from there. I also explained that in the Middle Ages, the vesica piscis, also called mandorla, was used to frame holy pictures of God. Again, they burst out laughing. They still don't fully realize that attempts at removing sexuality from culture is quite a recent scourge. So we see the vesica piscis here drawn. Alright, let's continue. Then I told them about the trapezoid, the three interlocked spirals, the three crescent moons and other symbols. They seemed particularly interested. At the end of class, I handed out photocopies of the hymn to Isis and spoke about the role of women in ancient civilizations. Often, considerably different symbols encompass similar concepts. If it weren't for the headache, it would have been a perfect lesson. Hymn to Isis. Because I am the first and the last, I am the venerated and the despised one, I am the prostitute and the saint, I am the bride and the virgin. I am the mother and the daughter, I am my mother's arm, I am the sterile one, yet my children are numerous. I am the married woman and the unmarried one. I am she who gives birth and she who has never given birth. I am the consolation for the pains of childbirth. I am the bride and the groom. And it was my man who nurtured my fertility. I am my father's mother, I am my husband's sister, and he is my majestic son. Respect me always, as I am the scandalous and the magnificent one. The photos, goddammit! I can't look at them. I simply collapsed. I couldn't even enter the classroom. I found myself lying on the ground, my head between my hands, with a swarm of students surrounding me and asking whether I was feeling well. The voices became noise and then nothing. I woke up at the hospital. According to the medical staff, it wasn't a heart attack, nor a stroke, nor a nervous breakdown. It was as if I switched myself off, but without going into a coma. I've been admitted for 3 days, but all the tests have led nowhere. Ultimately, the doctors merely recommended that I rest a bit and prescribed me a more substantial diet than the one I had been following. The provost agreed with that and granted me 5 weeks off instead of my 2 recommended by my physician. Just in time for the closure of the academic year, my assistants will handle the examinations. The trees, an old crown who talks with wolves, then the woods, the wind, 2 peaks, a creek, and a building that looks like it was wedged into a motionless world as ancient as Earth itself. The sun wraps around everything, the clouds are walking across the valleys, and the silence of time slips by in the immensity to which I abandoned myself. Everything fades away as the morning approaches. I'm dominated by an inkling of vagueness. I feel my body is growing heavy like a boulder. I didn't get any benefit from 3 days of absolute rest, and the photos are still wrapped up on the table. Marco visited me today. He reported on how things are going back at the university. Sitting at a small table, I made the pretense of observing him and paying attention to what he was saying. I asked him if he wanted some coffee. He nodded and told me he would help himself. "You should rest," he said, raising a smile. Smirking. "I've told you numerous times not to address me in such a polite way." "Oh, I've told you numerous times not to address me in such a polite way," I replied, letting him do so. A few minutes later, he returned from the kitchen carrying a little tray with two coffee cups. He's so clumsy. He stumbled, spilling the steaming hot coffee on the package with the photos inside. Everything happened as quick as a flash. Regaining his balance and realizing that what he had just done, he opened the envelope to remove the stained pages, allowing the liquid to pass through it. Without uttering a word, he handed me the photographs while he cleaned. As soon as I held them in my hands, I felt shivers run through my whole body, as that uneasy feeling that hasn't abandoned me during the past weeks turned into horror. The first image showed two mountains. With a choked voice, I whispered, "Castor and Pollux." Amazed that I recognized them, I began to browse through the photos. After cleaning the mess, Marco came closer to gaze at those old photos with me. "Why have some of them been torn?" he asked. "No clue," I replied, in a huff for no reason. "I can't even recall having been in those places." Unfortunately, there was no doubt. Some of the torn photographs also featured me. There were shots of several locations. Periast, Champoluc, Pilas. When was I there? Who was with me? Why were those photos ripped apart? Filled with questions, I no longer heeded Marco. So after a couple of minutes, he fabricated some excuse I didn't even hear so that he could take leave. I flipped through the photos more and more fervently, as if they were a dream sequence of which I was seeking to make sense. Only after many hours did I stand up from the chair to lay the photos on the table, and only then did I notice that one of the photographs had fallen to the ground underneath it. It must have fallen when Marco removed them from the envelope to save them from the coffee. I picked it up, looked at it for a few seconds, and then felt upon the floor, limp as a corpse. The old sawmill I had seen in the photos appeared to me in my dreams. I reached it, but I couldn't go nearer. I wasn't able to enter the surrounding fence, and as if it were an invisible barrier. When I saw her, I was caught in a trance. No, as then. She was on the doorstep, and her immense beauty illuminated the oniric walls in which I was imprisoned. She seemed sad and didn't talk to me. When I came round again, soaked in the morning sun, my doubts were gone. I must go to the Dias Valley. Or better, should I say, return to. I will bring a few things with me, and this notebook, where I hope I'll be able to write how this crazy story ends. Anna, how could I forget you? Huh. Interesting. Alright, you know what we're gonna do is that the game do allow to actually have some additional help. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna activate the help system here. For a button, help level simple. Okay. Yes. Let's see how that help system will help us actually find out what to do next. Resume game. It looks broken. Maybe I can fix it somehow. Okay. I still don't know how it works, but... Because we need to take that thing up there. Because this will help us for those stuff here. It has to. Although what I'm gonna do is that I assume I will need the string That music is really quiet, I like it. Huh. The thing is that even though I added that help system, it doesn't do anything yet. Or I don't know how to turn it on because they say that it's activation with a button, but which button? Okay, let's see the control. Oh, help will be select. Okay. Oh, let's not forget that I can crouch, by the way. But I don't think I need the crouch right now. Okay. Let's press select to help me a little bit here. The mechanism I found beneath the stairs is incomplete. Duh, as if I didn't know that. A gear wheel is missing. I must find it. Okay. I know that that part is the other part of the gear, but I don't know what to do. Let's pick up some water. The flask is full. I don't think I need the flask for this, but who knows? I don't see what can help me with a boulder, like there's nothing. Unless we want the wooden branch again to help me for something. Nope. Oh, alright. It's because I was supposed to do it on the gear and not on the... Ah! I hate it. I already hate that. Okay, we need to No, we need to combine those two. They fit together perfectly. But I need something to hook them up. Huh. Okay. You have it fixed now. Now I just need to use the gear. Alright, it should work now. So I guess now I just have to press that boulder and then it will open something. Here we go. Oh. Oh, now I can enter. Often we fear what we don't understand. There's no need to panic. Yeah. It's dark here. It's the first trophy. Alright, it's been 43 minutes because we mostly talked about like everything. All the candle and lamp have been lit. Does someone still live here? Okay, there's a old anchor key. It's in very bad shape. I fear it might crumble in my hand. Can I pick it up with something that actually protects it a bit? No, I have nothing so far. Do you really want to flee? Oh, did I say yes or did I say no? Dang it. I don't know if the red was the thing to pick or not. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I think I did a mistake, but that's okay. Let's see what's gonna happen. And that's where we're gonna stop. Uh-oh. Everything is red and sad. This place gives me the creeps. Something horrible must happen here. Air feels filled with horror. I must leave. What was I seeking in a place like that? What was I hoping to find? I don't like that. Between these walls and this wood, there's nothing for me. Only madness was waiting behind those doors. Staying there means only pain, horrible secrets unveiled. I could have lost myself. I want to leave and forget this place. Forget everything, forever. And end of game recap. Intuition found 0, not found 2, book read 1. Ending, good decision. Alright, so there's multiple endings on the game as you can see, and we did one of them, which doesn't help us to really know like much about the game really. But anyway, it seems that our character was just fine. He just left and forgot, and that's it. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching Toss Show today. Hopefully that Anna Extended Edition video kind of helped you understand what that game's about, and hopefully it shows you a little bit of a wide variety of elements available on PlayStation now, especially before it becomes PlayStation Plus Premium. I would be very curious to see if those games will still be there or not at that time, but I'll let you know that. Alright, thank you so much everybody. Please continue to follow my page on Facebook, continue to actually subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you liked it, leave a thumbs up, it helps a lot. Thank you everyone, have a great day, toss out, bye bye.